Show on American One. Today, my special guest, Bernie Moreno for Ohio, endorsed by President Trump, boots on the ground from day one. Bernie Moreno, thank you for coming on.
Well, Ola, thank you for having me, and thank you for being a warrior. We got a lot to do in the next 110 days, but we're going to get it done, and we're going to save this country.
Absolutely. You have been, I've been following your campaign from day one, and you're one of my favorite candidates because you really are making a sacrifice. You see a lot of, not so much hate, but just so much pushback from you because you're for the people. You've sacrificed so much, just like President Trump. So anyone that's against President Trump is just most likely against Bernie, but yet you still stay on top, staying positive, pushing your message. Tell me, how is it like right now with on the campaign?
Well, there is no worthier cause than fighting for your country, and our country's future depends on this. As you know, Ola, I came here as a young boy just before my 5th birthday from Colombia, South America. My mom and dad gave me the greatest gift that could possibly have given me, which is to bring me to this great nation. I was able to build great businesses, employ thousands of hardworking Americans. I live the American dream. I now have 3 grandkids, and this race is about them and your grandkids, making certain that we give them that same opportunity, that same great country. So, people say mean things on Twitter or social media. Who cares? Look what the people that came before us had to do. They stormed the beaches of Normandy. They went through a civil war. They fought a revolution. This is our generation's time to make certain that we really engage to save this country.
I couldn't have said it better. The people that, on Twitter or whatever, I do see a shift. I do see now you having, mostly all of Ohio is supporting Bernie Moreno. We are all for Bernie. The ones that weren't so much, are for these, your opponents have put out whatever. Now they're on the Bernie team because they see your true colors. They see what you're about. You have no motives. Your only agenda is to save America and to save Ohio and for the people. And you've put that out there. You've made it so transparent with every post that you put out there, with your actions, because actions do speak louder than words.
Yeah, absolutely. There couldn't be a bigger contrast in this race. My opponent ran for public office for the first time after graduating from Yale University with a major in Russian studies when Richard Nixon was in the White House. For him, this is a job. It's been a career. It's been a way for him to have a lavish lifestyle. For me, this is about service. If I have the honor of being elected, I'm going to serve for 2 terms. Ola, you've met my wife. She's made it clear she's on board for 2 terms. 3rd term is going to be with the 2nd wife, so that's never going to happen. This is about service and coming home. It's about the people. For Sherrod Brown, it's about his career, his need to make money. These guys want to die in office. Think about how crazy it is. They cannot give up power. We've had enough of these forever politicians. Let's turn the page on them and bring outsiders to Washington, D.C.
Absolutely. Not only has he been there forever, but he hasn't done anything for Ohio. You don't see any changes except for in the negative with the economy, with jobs, with poverty in Ohio, and everyone is complaining. That's why it's time for change. It's time for Bernie Moreno in Ohio. We are so excited. The positive just energy that I feel from you see from LinkedIn to social media, everyone is for you. God bless you. RNC, now you did a great job. Tell me your feelings about JD Vance as our VP.
Oh my God, it was one of the greatest honors of my life to second his nomination on Monday to be Vice President of the United States of America. Think about this, Ola. Here's a kid that grew up in Middletown, Ohio, JD Vance, with abject poverty, a mom that was addicted to drugs that you saw overcame that, which is amazing to watch that moment when he called out his mom, and his mom turned to the speaker house and said, "That's my boy." So here's this guy who grew up that way, and a guy who was born in Colombia, South America, grew up in South Florida. Here we both are. in the greatest place, this Republican National Convention. It's unbelievable, only in America story. And we should be so proud we live in a country that would allow an immigrant from Colombia to even think about serving the United States Senate and have a guy who was, everything was stacked against him, overcame all those obstacles, served our country, created businesses, has a great family, and is now going to be the vice presidential nominee to the United States of America. Man, I'm telling you, I was so proud of JD, so proud of our country, and so optimistic about our future, because that American dream that we've both lived is what all of us should be fighting for. This is no longer Democrat versus Republican. This is just American versus anti-American. And that's what this election is going to come down to. And also the elites versus everybody else. You know, look what's going on at the national level. My opponent, many others, billionaire class, is asking Joe Biden to step away, even though the primary Democrat voters selected him. Why? Because the elites think they are in charge. They're not. It's we, the people, Ola. You know that. That's what this election is going to come down to.
Absolutely. I love when they say, I mean, they're the hypocrites with no more hate, stop the hate, but yet they're bringing on the hate. And it's people like you that are giving America hope through, I mean, you've seen in the beginning of your campaign, I mean, my blood would boil because I would see some of this and you'd say, no, I'm taking the positive route. We have to stay positive, and you just stay true to your course. You've been consistent since day one, and it gives everyone hope.
Well, thank you, Ola, and thank you for your support. Your listeners and viewers, if I need their help, my Senate seat will determine control of the United States Senate. We understand President Trump without Senate control, with Chuck Schumer in a majority, it's a disaster. The agenda is dead. They'll try to impeach him again. We need the United States Senate. Your support to allow me to win this race is what's going to get us over the top. My website is berniemoreno.com. If they can go on there and help contribute, whether it's $5 or $50, it's extremely, extremely meaningful.
And we will add your link, your donation link, because we definitely, that is going to help us win America. Bernie, thank you so much for coming on. I know you're going to get off and go back, boots on the ground, meeting people. Thank you so much. God bless.
God bless you. Thank you, Ola.